Happy Market Monday, Chris from Fluent Mortgage, market fluently. All right, so today's principle is focus. Life's challenging for a lot of us right now, right? And for some people, I've literally heard the phrase dead end. They feel like they're at a roadblock. And I don't know about you, but for me especially, when life gets a little too overwhelming, there's so much going on, I think that's the word, right? You get overwhelmed. And so you get really focused on what's before you, what you can't do, what the problem is, your dead end. So what I challenge you is to not focus on what you can't control, right? You're focusing on not only the bad, but what you can't control. You always have a choice to focus on what you can control. There's usually something in every situation you can focus on. And what I would suggest is, even if you can't better your own life and you're truly at a dead end, you generally can still bless someone else. So I'd say focus on what you can do and maybe even help someone else. Lift your mood a little bit, okay? So we're gonna talk about focus today a little bit in mortgage. So just want to bring you up to speed, of course, since rates have come up so much, about 1.5%, 1.5% in March alone. We know up about 2.5% from our low, 2.375. Here's rates today. So VA average rate in the United States, not my rates, I'm always lower, but average in the United States today is about 4.5%. Conventional's almost 5%, and then jumbo in the 15s. So know where it is. Again, kind of that trend, again, that meteoric rise since January, no surprises here. Really though, I want to battle fake news. We're going to challenge it, right? I'm not going to let regurgitating lies continue. So as we know, Thursday and Friday, or at least Wednesday, Thursday, we saw rates get a significant amount better, 0.25% better, and then we gave that 0.25% right back. So the fake news, Ukraine, peace potential with Russia, lies. Just like 6% in oil from Russian oil does not double the cost of things, does not cause 100% inflation, right? It doesn't, we know that, it's not true. So same thing, we know that didn't cause a 0.25% decrease. Truth. Here we go. Investment bankers and some of them have to keep a certain mix of bonds and stocks. Well, we know bonds were very unappealing and saw a huge sale off, right? Well, unfortunately, even though they didn't want to, they were forced to buy back at the end of that quarter a whole bunch of bonds they didn't want. They were forced to. Supply and demand, that forced rates down. We're talking a tremendous amount. What happened? Of course, we just corrected, gave back that 0.25%. Focus on truth, not regurgitating lies. However, this really points to the future. If you notice, supply and demand selling off of balance sheets. Reminder, in addition to raising rates, we have a huge amount of money in terms of bonds that the Federal Reserve has bought artificially over the last couple decades, right? Artificially holding it down. They have to sell those balance sheets, and they've already talked about this. So in addition to raising rates, when they start selling off bonds, that supply and demand is going to force rates up as well. So talk right now is there's no investor big enough to buy those bonds from the Fed at this point, to buy all of them. So that'll be interesting how they chunk those out and how they start selling off that part of the portfolio they have to do. So that's the next key piece that is going to be interesting in addition to the Federal Reserve raising rates. So that's another component. Focus though. We can't change coming up from 175 low and where we're at today. But clarity and focus, help our clients understand. I literally had this conversation today with a client saying, oh man, I guess rates are okay. They're still good. Maybe I'll buy a house. No. Your focus is wrong. Rates are still insane. They're great. If you look at the tranche, historically we've said, anytime you get below 5%, amazing. Thank you, God, whoever it is that you believe in, whatever, right? Like, how can I be so lucky? The interest rate on a tax-deductible, should be, asset is lower than appreciation. Your ROI goes up exponentially, like unbelievable time that we live in terms of interest rates. Unbelievable. Do not wait, because we know rates are supposed to go up 2 to 3% this year, right? More. You don't want to hit that second tranche. Or if it hits 3%, we're in that third bucket of money. Focus. Take advantage. Buy that house if it's a long-term home. If it's a sell down market and you own a $5 million home, we sell today, right? Focus. Today, there's an opportunity. 5% rate, unbelievable. 4.5%, right? Shocking. With VA, just price went out with a little bit of buy down. We're still saying 3.625 in some cases. 15-year terms, like still amazing rates. So I challenge you to focus today on blessing someone else. If you're at a dead end, maybe even call me and let me know how I can maybe help you out of that dead end or change your focus a little bit. All right, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Chris from Fluent Mortgage. We'll see you next week.